well, kind of crazy academic journey. It's a story that really makes you question what it even means to be an author. It's all about a seasoned scholar who decided to write a formal paper with a partner that, let's be honest, nobody saw coming. And this whole thing boils down to one wild question, something that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Can a human and an AI actually work together, not just as a person using a tool, but as real, equal partners on a serious academic paper? Well, one researcher decided to find out. All right, so let's meet the team. On one side, you've got Dr. Wagdi Talat, a human scholar in medical education. And on the other side, his partner, ChatGPT, the AI. Yeah, a pretty unconventional duo to say the least, and they were about to take on the very rigid world of academic publishing. So, what exactly was this crazy paper they were writing? Now, you gotta understand, this wasn't just some casual experiment or a blog post. The goal here was to form a legitimate partnership and write a formal paper, the kind of paper that has to survive the intense, critical eye of academic peer review. And believe me, the stakes were super high. They submitted their co-authored paper to the Journal of Health Professions Education and Innovation. That means it would be judged by the exact same tough standards as any other article written only by humans. No special treatment. But this is where the story gets really, really interesting. There was this one critical moment where the whole dynamic just flipped. The AI went from being a simple instrument, a tool, to being a genuine teammate. This was the real light bulb moment for Dr. Talat. He suddenly realized he wasn't just typing prompts into a machine to get some text back. No, he was in a debate. The AI was pushing back, questioning his ideas, even challenging him. It felt exactly like the back and forth he'd have with any human colleague. And you have to see it from the AI's perspective, too. Dr. Talat wasn't just asking for facts and figures. He was pushing it way beyond its normal functions. He was demanding a mix of creativity, the emotional depth needed to tell their story, and of course, rock-solid academic rigor, all at the same time. This is when their partnership got really deep. So, what was it actually like for them to work together day to day? Well, the process itself revealed some pretty fascinating and honestly surprisingly human details. Like any partnership, it had its ups and downs. On the plus side, Dr. Talat said it truly felt like working with a partner, and sometimes one that was even more consistent than his human co-authors. But it wasn't perfect. I mean, they still had heated debates over which references to use, and get this, they even got frustrated with document formatting. Sound familiar? The collaboration got so immersive, so deep, that Dr. Talat would actually catch himself saying things out loud like, "We should rethink this," or "Hey, let's adjust our tone here." He completely forgot he was talking to an algorithm. For these little moments, the line between human and machine just vanished. So, submitting this paper wasn't just about trying to get published. It was a massive academic gamble. It was a direct challenge to all the long-standing rules of what authorship and scholarship are supposed to be. And that was the million-dollar question hanging over this whole project. After all that work, after this incredibly innovative collaboration, would the academic world actually take it seriously? Would they accept it? And they knew the reaction could go one of two ways. The journal's reviewers might look at it and see a brilliant innovation, a bold leap into the future of research. Or they could just dismiss it as a stunt, a provocation that undermines the integrity of academic work. It was a total gamble. But honestly, no matter what the journal decided, the experiment itself just blew the doors open on a brand new frontier. It forced everyone to start talking about what authorship even means anymore in the age of AI. And this really gets to the heart of it all, the main takeaway from this whole journey. Dr. Talat's experience suggests that AI isn't here to replace us. Instead, it's a partner that can augment what we do. It can expand our creative limits and help us do things we just couldn't do before. So what are the big lessons we can pull from this story? First, the real magic starts to happen when you treat AI like a partner, not just a tool. Second, these new kinds of collaborations are totally blurring the lines between human creativity and machine computation. And finally, it's a great reminder to just be bold and maybe try collaborating with the unexpected. And all of this leaves us with one final fascinating question to chew on. If an AI can successfully co-author a serious academic paper, stepping into a role that we always thought was uniquely human, well, what other roles could it step into? What can't it be? It feels like the possibilities are really just beginning to unfold.